For joining us. How are you?
I'm well, Mika. How are you?
I'm good. First of all, where should we start with Hillary Clinton? Because I've got to ask about her appearance on Tyra Banks, which is making headlines these days, and there are some who see it as sort of a contrived effort to put out more of her personal side. What do you make of this, and is it campaign strategy or not?
Well, I think it's a good forum for her, for people to get to know her. People know she's intelligent. They know she's experienced and substantive. They'd like a little window into her personality, and a show like that gives her an opportunity to really reveal who she is.
What do you make of what's happening in Nevada at this point, especially with the judge's ruling? Is the campaign at all concerned that Barack Obama may have the edge now there, even though the polls show her to be doing quite well in that state?
Well, the judge has ruled. The process is going to go forward. We want everyone to vote, both the workers who will vote in those polling places and others across the state of Nevada. I think Senator Clinton's message of focusing on growing the economy, creating jobs, trying to expand the middle class will resonate very well there, as it will in South Carolina and elsewhere across the country. So, as a practical political matter, it probably gives Senator Obama a little bit of an advantage because the union that's endorsed him, those are their workers. But the process will go forward, and we'll live with the results.
Well, and of course, the new polls, the latest polls out show right now that the senator has a pretty good lead over Barack Obama. Are you expecting a victory in Nevada tomorrow?
You know, Joe, who can say? This caucus process is brand new. No one knows how many people will turn out, who will turn out. The polls in Nevada may be a little bit like the polls in New Hampshire. You just can't say. But one thing of which I am confident is that her focus on the economy, bread and butter issues, getting beyond a lot of this inside baseball political stuff, and focusing on the challenges that people face in their daily lives, I think that message will resonate very well for her.
There's a back and forth right now between Barack Obama and John Edwards about whether Barack did the right thing by talking about Ronald Reagan as a change agent, sort of modeling himself after Ronald Reagan. Do you think, and does Hillary Clinton think it's a mistake that Barack Obama used Ronald Reagan as an example of that type of change he wants to bring to America?
Well, I don't know. President Reagan did some things that I disagreed with. He did some things I agreed with. I don't think we ought to refight the past. I think we ought to focus on the future and who is best prepared to take us there. I will say this. I think it's going to be interesting to see how he explains that in that quote he apparently thought that President Reagan was more successful than President Clinton, who presided over a very strong economy with tens of millions of new jobs, a balanced budget, moving people from welfare to work, all those kinds of things that were very good for the economy, which people care about right now. I think it's going to be, I'm going to be personally interested to see how he explains that one.
I don't want to present myself as some sort of singular figure. I think part of what's different are the times. I do think that, for example, the 1980 election was different. I mean, I think Ronald Reagan changed the trajectory of America in a way that, you know, Richard Nixon did not, and in a way that Bill Clinton did not, and in a way that Bill Clinton did not. I mean, I think Ronald Reagan changed the trajectory of America, and in a way that Bill Clinton did not.